Hello everybody, how are you? This is Fanny from Pachamam Art. A message today to invite you for my workshops coming soon. I was here sitting by the pool, and a day like this is so amazing to sit there and paint, have some lunch, hang out all day, paint a mandala, talk. So the new workshops that I'm doing, the Mandalalunch, it's from 10 o'clock in the morning until whenever you're ready, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess. So we really have time to talk about your design, your symbols. I give you a tour of my gallery and my paintings. We're talking about the energy, and when you're here, you can really feel the energy. So I know that online I share all of my classes for free. You can access that, you can do it from home. But it's not the same when you actually say, okay, I'm gonna go today and I'm gonna paint, because you get to actually do it and complete it. If you're at home, you can keep it for later, or not really say, oh yeah, I'm gonna attend this class and paint something whenever I get a chance to buy the supplies. No, when you come here, I have all the supplies ready, your lunch, you spend a great day of relaxing, and it's not the same when you're actually painting, because you're the one connecting to your creativity, having the time to relax. I often talk about the anxiety. Sometimes we're anxious or we're tired, not because we're doing too much, but because we're doing not enough of the stuff that drive us, that inspire us, motivate us, or move us forward to the next step. I regret I didn't spend more time at the market in Jacksonville to meet everybody, because it was really working well. If I had consistently gone to the market, I would probably have filled up the workshops every week, but I wouldn't have had the time to write my book and record all these videos. So I guess this is a good time now to kind of meet up. I would love to meet up, my networks from social media as well, that is in Jacksonville, from the Mayport base, or the Jacksonville Moms community, or the Art City Art Connect communities, and all of that. So we can actually sit down, and this is what I've been wanting to do this whole time, sit down and talk about what's going on in the city projects, and at least involve the arts then in our own branches, rebranch it like that, if we're not doing projects right here at the moment. But anyways, I was really regretting, how they say, if you're not sharing your service or your offer, you're screwing people over, because you got something that is magical and brings so much insight into your life. So I'm talking so loud. So where is it? I guess oh yeah. So the deco, the energy, and the paint, and then you will see the magic. We can talk about the Tablets of Emerald or other books, but when you're placing your intention into a book or a project or a person, you're connecting to that energy, and it manifests in your life, but really strongly. So forcing ourselves to visualize the thing, be honest about what things are, and also envisioning what we want them to be. That's why in my team building workshops I'm doing vision boards, strategy planning together. All of that can be done at different scales. So right here in Jacksonville for a day, I'm offering the Mandalalunch. But if you want to do a full series of workshops for 3 days with a class or a community or a team building at work, I can do that. I can go to your office and bring the supplies. I don't know right now with the moving. I'm still planning on moving soon, so I don't know if I'm going to be really investing the time in doing those workshops in the summer. But this is what's coming for sure. This is what's coming. And then the 5 days workshops, they're more into projects where we need to gather scientists and people from different organizations to meet up every day and establish strategies, different topics, meet people, strategic partners on long-term projects like the energy or spaceships, peace, gun laws, how do you control the drugs, every pretty much abuse that people have that's related to their behaviors is due to mental balance, so how do you counter that? Okay, by changing the laws, of course, and also by connecting with the mind of the people and offering trainings and supports and financial relief and mentorship, assistance, a network, stories. Why do I always share my stories? Because someone who's living these stories, or they're like, oh, okay, well, the message is out there. Okay, I'm not the only one, or this is how I can get out of that, or this is how I can improve on that. For example, if you're a small business, I would tell anybody who has a small business, go to the market, be consistent, be every weekend, and then you will see where it will take you. Yeah, then I have a joke. It's like, I think I'd be cooler if more people thought though, right? I will write this one. And then when I was talking about the magic manifesting the other night, I was reading the Tablets of Emerald, and he's saying, you will see, this is not exactly the words, but the idea is, you will see magic. Oh man, you will see some crazy stuff happen, that feel like out of this world or not normal. And just when I read that same night, I woke up in the middle of the night and my entrance door was open. Because every night before I go to bed, I lock everything or I close the doors. And then I wake up at 2 a.m. and my front door is wide open. That was crazy. And I was just the symbol that the doors are opening, So I'm opening my doors for these workshops. So happy to meet up and paint some cool stuff. Okay, one more time. And then I wanted to talk about the stories with the social media, because right now the success is catching back. Trent Shelton said that you thought you were struggling, but it was your success catching back to you. And it's so true. By painting the Metatrons cube and establishing all these connections, the network expanded. So I want to tell you the story a little bit about how it started. That by painting a symbol, for example, or looking for a new symbol, I'm looking on Google information, I'm finding videos, and you find the right networks, and here and there I start tagging people, the Resonance Science Foundation. And then when I had the anti-gravity equation, then I start, participating to the NASA Space Challenge. So tagging that, and then it takes you to more information about the nuclear power, and then articles about the nuclear weapon, what's going on right now. Then I see videos from the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, when he did his speech welcoming 2023. He said, there's 13,000 nuclear weapons around the world, that we have no purpose for that. The only purpose of these weapons is to destroy, and we're trying to build. Why don't we focus all our energy into building something where warfare, the thing is, like, for some it's a game, it's a war game. They're in the office and it's just a button, but the consequences for civilians and people and the environment and all that is catastrophic. So how do games have happened since Greece, since Rome. They already had to distract the people and offer games and stories, and so the Olympic Games were created. So let's do for the pilots and the warfare specialists and all of that. We can organize space Olympics, spend the next decade changing all the spaceships, go higher and not shooting with missiles but with lasers. And so things like that, starting to post about a branch of ideas this way, a branch of ideas, starting tagging people. You tag them once, they're like, oh, okay, tag them twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, we're working together, okay? So then we start responding by posts and informations and articles and strategies, and there a network is creating that is beautiful and very efficient. And now and so you see how it's like a meditation almost. You're like on the dot, painting in a microcosm in this tiny thing, and a symbol and a culture and an organization, and you go higher, elevating, having this larger vision of everything. And then if you want to manifest it, you have to go back then to your locations where you are, right? So then how do you manifest this in each of our branches, where we are at the local, where you're going to go, and in the short term, in the mid-term, in the long term, how is everybody falling into place and making a change where they are. So as a housewife, I don't know, yeah, little things I could do that I haven't focused on enough, but growing a garden to avoid to use, plastic at the supermarket, stuff like that. Doing little workshops, going to the market, meeting people. And then in the midterm or short term, moving to another bigger organization that has more outreach and financial ability to make these travels and meetings happen. In the long run, what's going to happen next year with the elections? What's going to, how are the businesses going to evolve? Like once I move and I start a new job, what am I going to still be able to provide that information from my business? Am I going to hire someone to keep that alive, or is this going to be integrated part of my work? All this stuff. You see, while you're visualizing it, you're sewing it, right, in your mind and in a network of possibilities. So sometimes you feel lazy, you have to take actions, and a day like this with the training with Tony Robbins is amazing because it's going to push us to get back into the action mode. At the same time, when you have these step back moments, when you're thinking, you have to focus and doing foundational work, it starts in the ether. It's got to be this way. Sometimes it seems like you're taking longer, but you're actually going faster because of this step back, I'm not trying to justify being slow, but when I see the network that we managed to create just by social media, and for me through arts, and they say love what you do and you will never work a day in your life. I feel like I'm not working. I'm always like, I'm not working, I'm not doing anything. No, I am doing stuff. I am creating, I am making videos, I'm painting, I'm reading, educating myself, trying to take care of my son as well. But for me, it's passion. So I never work, but I'm constantly producing. All this stuff I post on Facebook, I'm keeping it so it can be reused as a speech, as articles, on any topic. So anyways, that was an invitation to join. Yes, right now what's possible right now is to come next Friday and the following Saturday. Join me for a Mandalalunch or any date. If you have a group, write to me. We'll make any date in June. I'm available. I have a lady who's coming here. We're going to do a workshop, just her and me. It's going to be great. We're going to have a great day. I'm excited. So take advantage of it. Honestly, it's quieter than the beach. It's cleaner. You don't have sand everywhere. You have the pool available. You get to create something. $88. This is not even the price of a restaurant, and I feed you. So it helps me, feed my son a little bit, but and pay my bills, but it's also, I feel like I have to leave a little part here of me, of this knowledge and this technique and experience before I go, you know. So hopefully you will join us. What was yes, so I am excited and honored to be with all these giant pioneers from our governments and United Nations, and even the people that are here that I know. There's some people here that they have small businesses, but they're giant energy pillars. You know, there is a reason why you're placed somewhere geographically. If you look at the network, it's like everywhere. In California, there's a lot of spiritual communities. In Jacksonville, it's birthing. It's the beginning. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Can't wait for the training. Tony Robbins, ignite your summer momentum. Bye, guys.